to run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. What the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Got me back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a, in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our fire offend you.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play right in his hands. Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Wentz now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Great 15, great 15.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
There we go, count. 4 down, check, 4 down.
Second down, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, Prescott. he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Prescott now, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Trey 15.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Wentz now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a play fake. Wentz. And Tate's got it. 23 yards on the play.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. And that's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Come on now. Let's go. Shorty. Win.
On play action, Wentz. Flushed out right. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. They
head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Go to 54, go to 54.
On second down, Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for second down. Flush to his right. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a poop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a mint on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they calling for me and shawty pulling up with a real bad, bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Do about tag on. I got it in the bag, man. I'm getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Wentz will try again on second down. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On first and 10, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. On play action, it's Wentz rolling to his right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
It's complete to Golden Tate. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Play action. Now Wentz. And this is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, No more. Risk making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. To throw is Prescott. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the... Throwing on first is Wentz. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch. But you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again to Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Let's go, get out, get out.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. First down, Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. 12
yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Haloti Ngata.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 33 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one.
And a loose football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit...
And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Goes underneath for Sproles. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Wentz steps away. Ertz has it left side. And down he goes Eagles taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a play fake here on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down. And Elliott puts this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And now running right through it. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep.
And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He hits Beasley right side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go to Elliott again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Shorty.
On play action, Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. Aguilar has it. And all the way up to the 46. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Wentz buying time to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return will stop right around the 25. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back now in Arlington. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you want to be known as dependable to your quarterback, that's what you have to do. Go into the middle of the field, know the hit is coming, and catch the football. And that's exactly what he just got done.
And defensively, a little deflating to be able to lay that hit and not have the ball pop free, right?
No doubt about it, because your goal defensively, knock it free so that they say, okay, guess what? We're not going to throw it in there anymore. Now, they'll still continue to be aggressive.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Give them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he fends him off. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A good pickup there, a 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Malik Collins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Very good. 81.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Steps away, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Randy Gregory in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Caught right side Tate. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. They start on the ground with Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. This is Elliott. And shedding through the tackle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. A give to Elliott running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Coming now.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no, but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this case is once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay out on the flow. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help, they keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said broski you a star. I said brother hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no, but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my family, we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been on my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on this fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now he's wanna date us. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no, but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's true.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hank.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Bortles now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 7, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. On play action, it's Bortles. Sliding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Jackson on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Jackson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Go left.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. He'll buy some time right. And, he took the thing one-handed. What a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Hey, let's go. Trips left.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
All right, now look at 56.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On second down, here's Fournette. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A handoff to Fournette. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring and moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on second and 10. Again on second and 10, it's Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Jackson on first down, buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first and goal, Collins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. On third and goal, Collins. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Telvin Smith. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Sunday.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now here come the Ravens. And last time, they had it fourth and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Out to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy sideline and use him well.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to fire one into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10.
372. 11.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Pretty move. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Jackson to throw. And an alley to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeJuan Smoot in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Throwing is Jackson. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
3rd and goal. Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Fournette, a first down carry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Bortles. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an...
He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a give to Fournette. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Lucy.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
11B, 11B. Lucy.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Pass incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Lucy.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 50, 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. A right side catch by Crabtree. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Collins. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Jackson finds Crabtree for the completion. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Michael Crabtree, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Now the ball comes loose, and the Ravens have got it.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead. Right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Jackson getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Leopard.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him a gain of 38. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Bortles now on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Nice 39, Lucy.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now Jackson rolling to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And again, it's Collins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
Bortles to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Bortles. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Crabtree has it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from long, very long range. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, yeah. You from the back of the I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle. This, that, yeah. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam on the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. Lurking, and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman, I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life, then you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life, then the aping. I live with birds come out. Sounds like I see it now. Hey, I'm on your turf again.